and welcome to the Congo Hour. I am your host, Waynna, and I have a new co-host this evening with me, none other than Big Eye. What's up?
What's up, Waynna? How are you?
I am wonderful. Yeah, I'm wonderful. You doing okay?
I'm great. This has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
So welcome back. Let me give the official.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's been a minute, and super happy to have you guys back on.
Oh, so are we. And you know what? I want to thank our viewing audience because we are getting like rave reviews. Someone on social media put the absolute best show in Wilmington. I was like, oh, but I'm sure there are other good shows.
You know what? And I appreciate you for saying that. But I'm gonna take that because one day in my office, I was sitting. I think I shared with you before. I was just looking at I went to the YouTube channel and I was just looking at the Congo Hour, and as I was looking at it, you know, it was something in me that was saying, wow, it's different when you're looking at it this point of view, right? Like, this was a very pivotal show within our community. There was a lot of people that you could say, I remember when.
Yes.
You know, so it's just definitely an honor to have you guys back on.
Oh, good. Thank you. So Trippy's not here tonight.
Yes, he's not here. He's on vacation for a bit.
But it's okay. I'm used to this.
Right.
This is nothing new to me.
Right.
So I got y'all. I got it.
Right.
So yeah, thank you so very much for coming on and co-hosting and kicking it with me.
The show got to keep going.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes, most definitely. So tonight I want to talk about a few things. And Ivan, you know what? I wanted to talk about like the journey on how you got here. I know it wasn't always a popular thing at that particular time. And I know Trippy even said here on the Congo Hour that he really didn't see the vision that you had, but you were like in space age thinking. We'll say that.
Right.
So yeah, let's talk about your journey to get here.
The journey has definitely been a rewarding one. I think every reward comes with a challenge, right? And it's sometimes people they don't see the journey. And to be quite honest with you, I didn't see the journey. I didn't see it 100%. I know it was like David, when God gave David the promise, right? Like he wanted to give him just a little bit and not a lot, because I was always afraid and has been always afraid of, if I get too much, I might blow it. It might go to my head, right? So the journey with us was, I had an idea, then the next month, here go another idea, the next month. So every bit of this journey with DETV has been equivalent to the Michael Jackson video, Billie Jean. Like, everywhere I step, it lights up.
Oh, okay,
right?
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. the path lights up.
Okay.
And when you figure out about a journey, the journey really isn't for you.
Right.
Right. And the journey has never been, and I definitely want to say this, the journey was never been to eliminate Lapa shows. It was never that. You know, one of the reasons, and I'm gonna say it here, one of the reasons why we couldn't bring Lapa shows back is because of that nasty $500,000 lawsuit that I got.
Okay.
So once that was over and done with, then it was time to move forward.
Okay.
The idea was to take Lapa's amazing shows. They all had amazing shows. The Congo Hour, Marva Richardson.
I love Miss Marva.
Right, yeah, and all the other ones, and just amplify it. And at that time in 2019, it was like, how do we amplify it? And just using more of the social media things. But we're here now. You know, what grandma used to say, let sleeping dogs lie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're here now. And one thing that we want to do again is to amplify the voices of the people. Because what I've been hearing so much from people in the TV space is, it's all for the culture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that is your culture, my culture, somebody else's culture that doesn't look like us. But we're here in Delaware, and everyone needs information.
Yes, most definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah, what I really love about it is that we're streaming.
Yes.
So a lot of people are shying away from.
Oh, they shied.
I didn't want to say that.
They pulled that plug.
Yeah, so a lot of people, I even heard it on the budget hearing at the city the other day, how a lot of people are not having Comcast anymore. So a lot of people are streaming, so it gives our viewing audience the opportunity to watch, because before they were like, well, I can't watch, or, so we would do our best to do the Facebook Live thing, but you don't really get the full effect on the phone.
And that's one of the things that we wanted to master early in our strategic plan was, how do we reach an audience that's non-existing anymore? I mean, I think about over 500,000 people to cut the cord like instantly. And even to today, people are still cutting the cord and streaming. So we was like, we just can't stream to one platform. How do we multi-stream across several platforms at the exact same time, but also keep the integrity of TV and still utilize Comcast Channel 28? And when we figured that out right at the very beginning of COVID. Right.
Perfect
time, right?
Perfect timing. Church, everybody's streaming. You don't have to go to the church anymore. You can watch it on, you can stream it on television, YouTube, or whatever. So,
the world has changed. And I remember we got the phone call from the governor's office because what we did was in 2019, the first thing that we were able to stream was the Blue Coats game.
Okay.
And what we figured out was we can broadcast the Blue Coats basketball games statewide. And then in 2020, the governor's office came and was like, hey, Ivan, they saw the games. They was like, hey, can you send a signal to NBC? And we was like, yeah, we can do that. And I didn't know how we was going to do it.
I was going to say, okay. But you made it happen.
But yeah, Dennis knew how to make it happen.
Wow.
And then when he came in to do his announcement, his state of emergency announcement, we had a program, and that allowed us to multi-stream. And then when that happened that day, I was like, oh my gosh, it's not about just building TV state shows. It's about distribution. And my wheel started like moving. Maybe it's the hustler in me. I was like, okay, now if it's distribution and everyone is going to be in their homes for the next year, what can we create?
Which became
2.5 years. Like, what can we create, and how can we get it out to the people, and what information do people need? And right after that happened, George Floyd riot happened. And so we used the same streaming platforms and the same system to multi-stream to keep people aware of what was going on with the riots in Delaware. And that's when it moved us from here to here on the food chain. And then, again, I was like, yo, create everything. So we started creating kid shows, like our own version of Sesame Street, because we understood that schools weren't going to be there. So we wanted to create something for our children. And what we did was we hired teachers from Delaware. Everything is for Delaware, by Delaware. We hired some teachers, and they came in and taught their curriculum, and we created like a little Sesame Street. We had some cooking shows. We had Good Morning Wilmington. We just created everything. And now we're here. And the great thing about what we've done, what we did before is, and I was watching a show, the second show, it was a person in Atlanta that said they can see it. And what is so amazing is you figure all the people that are Delaware natives that live somewhere else or are transplanted somewhere else, they now can sit and enjoy the news and enjoy the Congo Hour and enjoy whatever comes out of Delaware, out of this little old state called Delaware. And it looks like something that they would see on regular TV.
You know what I was thinking of? I always say this, and I always believe this, that God will use somebody's power, ability, and influence on your behalf. And so when the governor said, can you send the signal to NBC? And you had no idea to do it, but you had Dennis on your team who did know how.
Who did know how.
That was powerful to me.
One thing that like there's always a lesson and always a moral in the story, right? And I actually learned that from you and Donald. Right, from many moons ago. And the lesson is, one, the journey is never for you, and two is whatever you do, have passion and integrity while you do it. And we're just so happy that we can provide the service, right? Not business, but a service to the people of Delaware, the people that look like me and the people that don't look like us. You know what I mean? Because now we can give people information when it's time to vote, when we can give information about their health. And what you choose to use with it, that's up to you. But now it's here for us not saying it wasn't done before, but it's now it's being done multiplied across, so many channels at once.
Yeah. So you talked about health. April is actually Minority Health Month and stress awareness.
Yes, yeah.
So I wanted to really talk about that because I know that people, even like we're moving from out of COVID, but people, there was a lot of trauma going on. And you know what? You said trauma. When I always have to give a shout out to Shay Marriott, my therapist. When I started talking with her, I was like kind of minimizing all of the things that I've been through. And she was like, trauma. She
was just calling them out like that?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, so to me it wasn't trauma because I'm so used to going through and just dealing with it. But I was like, well, after I sat back and reassessed, I was like, yeah, that is trauma. Yeah. So just encouraging Black, white, Chinese, whoever, like just to manage your stress.
And I can only speak from the Black perspective when it comes to stress and whatever. Right.
Yes.
I know as growing up in a Black household that stayed in church, right? It was always pray about it.
Right.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
And then there were some things that was never mentioned that went on in the household, right? And it could have been drugs, it could have been abuse, substance abuse, physical abuse. It could have been anything. Yeah. But we was always pushed. Sexual abuse was a huge one that was pushed under the rug, right? And these things were packed away and sitting in our minds.
Right.
And then when we get older and we get into relationships, they tend to come out.
Yes.
Right. And I think that one of the things that if you are breathing and have blood in your system, blood running through your veins, that it is okay to go see. We have to get it in our heads that it's okay to go see a therapist.
Yes.
To sit and talk, to see like, how do I function? Why do I function this way? Because we get long in the tooth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm still trying to figure out what makes Ivan tick. Is it because I'm my father's son? Am I doing the same thing that my dad was doing?
Right.
So sitting on that couch means a heck of a lot to me.
So talking to your other Black counterparts, what do they say about going to a therapist?
So this is what it is. I found out, so a lot of my...
or is it the word therapist?
Yeah, it's therapist. They use the word therapist, and they use it so loosely. I found out that the men that I hang with and I speak with, they all have therapists.
Okay.
They all of them. I think I never seen it on a professional level like this. On this professional level, it is. They all have therapists. They all have somebody they need to go talk to that is certified.
Right.
Let me say that.
Yeah, certified.
Certified in some sort of field.
Right.
Right. If it's a divorce or if it's relationship or if it's job. I'm even finding out a lot of women, and women mature much faster than men.
A whole lot faster.
And I found out before a lot of women were going to see therapists, but they, and that helps them. So do you see one, right?
Most definitely.
How has it changed your life?
It has changed my life tremendously. It's how when something comes my way, it's how I deal with it now.
Okay.
I have techniques, tools, and I was sharing, I believe, I don't know, that I'm healing from things that used to bother me. And how I know that is because if something triggers me, I kind of deal with it differently than I would have. I don't cry as often, not as sensitive, which some people probably like, well, wait a minute, who's that? Because now it's like, I don't want to say I don't care, but I'm going to tell you how I feel.
How you feel.
Yeah.
Has your friends noticed a change?
Most definitely, and especially my children, which is most important to me.
Right.
Amber and Hunter both, more of Amber is like, Mommy, I love this new you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so.
When, if you don't mind me asking.
I don't mind.
When did you start seeing a therapist?
Actually, I started when I was sick.
Okay.
That started my depression.
Okay.
Not being able to, because I had the oxygen on.
Is depression real?
Depression is definitely real. Most definitely. Like some days I ain't want to get out the bed.
And I say that because a lot of people don't think that
depression
that's a thing.
is real. Yeah. I didn't want to open up the shades. I didn't want to get out the bed. The music I listened to was depressing music. So it's like I was inviting more depression in instead of opening the blinds, getting my butt up, getting in the shower. Yeah.
So if you don't mind, how did you even get to the point of saying...
But suppose I do mind. No, but go ahead.
How did you even get to the point of saying, okay, Waynna, it's time to get yourself together. You need a therapist?
Because I kept saying that I wanted things to change in my life, but I wasn't seeing change because I wasn't doing anything to change.
Right.
I didn't even know how to change.
Wow.
I had been stuck in how I was for I don't know how many years. So yeah, I was like, let me go. Actually, it was my girlfriend Allison who was like, she was.
Shout out to Allison.
I know, that's my girl. She was my unofficial coach.
Right.
So wait a minute, not getting off a topic, but Mariah. Trippy's daughter.
Okay.
Last week she came on the show, and she's a life coach at her school.
Get out.
Unofficial life coach.
Okay.
So her friends come to her and share things with her, and she gives them like sticky notes like joy, peace, happiness, love, or yeah. So I just thought about it. I just thought about it.
So do you do those things? Do you put sticky notes around your
I've been
house?
doing affirmations forever and a day. But at one time, it's like, you get gung-ho about it and you put the affirmations. This was me. Put the affirmations up, then see the manifestation because I wanted it right then.
Right.
So it's like I kind of fell back from doing it. But yeah, most definitely. Every morning, I'm back at it.
What advice would you give someone that's out there, a woman particularly that's out there that's going through a state of depression? What advice would you give?
Go get help. Go get help, yeah. And oftentimes we share in the barbershop, beauty salons. Some ladies go to the barbershops. Or kicking it with our girlfriends, but you never know, like, motives with people. You share things with them. You don't necessarily know if they really care, understand,
or just trying to eavesdrop.
This is between me and you.
Yeah.
So
when you're in that therapist's office, it's me and you, and that's it. It doesn't leave that room.
Yeah. And I trust her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you want to share her name or?
Yeah, I say it all the time. Shay Marriott.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if she's taking any new clients.
Right.
But I will definitely make sure, and I said this before, but I don't think we put up the information.
Okay.
Give where her practice is.
Her contact info and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What would you tell yourself, say 15 years ago? What letter would you write to yourself about therapy, finding a therapist, getting help?
Getting help. I don't know.
I done turned this all into a therapy session.
So I guess what I would tell myself that I always told myself that I have tattooed is be true to yourself. And being true to myself is doing whatever I need to do to make me a better person.
There you go. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Change 1% every day.
Yes.
You're 365 degrees better.
Yes.
Than before.
Most definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm loving it. Thank you.
And in changing that, you started a new career that I saw.
Yeah. So I actually started it 5 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Why? Was this in the new you?
So I don't think it was always me because I was in property management before. So I knew the leasing industry, and where I worked, the owner of it, at that particular time, I was a leasing director, and it was a new construction, and I would go in and little things like making sure that the light switch screws are all going in the same direction.
Right.
The maintenance people hated me, but the owner loved me.
Right.
So I just got a passion for it.
Right.
People coming in, needing housing, being able to help them with that. So people would call me just from seeing me on the show or just knowing me from, out about church or whatever, to help them find an apartment or a home or whatever.
Unofficially, they like call it. Hey, Way, I need a
Yes. And so I was like, let me go to school and get this license.
There you go.
So I absolutely
how's
love
it going?
It's going really well. I absolutely love it.
Right.
And I wanted to share that a lot of people now are asking, like, if this is a good time
Is
to
it?
buy a home or sell a home.
Is it?
Most definitely is. So while any time is a good time to sell your home, it's most favorable to do it in March and April.
Why?
Well, because it's springtime.
Okay.
So people are, wintertime, you don't really want to move your stuff.
That's true.
Springtime is when you really want to move. So this month, I said March and April. March is gone.
Yeah.
So April and May, I'm gonna put May in there.
But springtime.
Yeah,
but
springtime. Yeah. So I want to encourage you, if you are looking to sell your home, you can get the highest prices and get a contract faster than the homes listed other times of the year. And this is because, like I said, people want to move in the springtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
got a house you want to sell?
I know I got a house. I got a house I want to buy. So
okay.
If you see something in the market, I'm fine with that.
Okay. So wait, on that note, because a lot of people, I get clients that say, I want to start looking for a house.
Right.
Do you have a pre-approval or do you have the cash?
Well,
because what happened was, when I first started, I was gung-ho.
Right.
I was touring houses all in
the time.
Newcastle County, Sussex County. I was wherever you want to go.
And no one had their pre-approval.
And nobody had a pre-approval. Oh. I was like,
okay, so let's stay there for a minute.
Okay.
Right? So a person comes to you, want to buy a house. Mm-hmm. What do they need before you go show them a house?
A pre-approval.
Pre-approval.
Yes.
And a credit score of what?
So here's the thing. I'm not a mortgage lender.
Right.
So I would prefer them to have at least a 620.
Okay.
But there are products out there for like 580, but your interest rate is going to be higher.
Crazy,
so yeah, I'm 620 or more.
And a pre-approval.
And a pre-approval. Or if they don't have a pre-approval, I have a team of mortgage lenders that I could refer them to.
So what you're saying is, if you need help, you can help them as well.
Most definitely.
From the jump start, from the beginning to the end of getting the keys and taking the picture with you.
Yes, and even after that.
Okay, there you go. There you have it.
Yeah.
And what's the name of your realty?
I'm with EXP Realty.
Okay.
But they can give me a call directly at 302-521-7325 or email me at homes@waynasworld.com.
I love it. Wayne got into real estate. Got a therapist, just changing the world.
Yeah.
But most of all, changing you.
There you go.
Dang,
there you go.
Watch out.
Yes,
so what's next on the? I'm making this whole thing about you. What's next?
Well, wait a minute. Can we take a break?
Oh, okay, let's take a break. All right. Okay.
He like thumbs up. Yeah, take a break. I forgot, because you can go on and on and on. I love it.
I know you for about what, 30 years? I was 15.
Here you go.
Right. But just to talk about the change, the evolution of you and people, I love, because they don't talk about this. They don't teach about this.
That's
and
very
the people that you meet at 20 are no longer the same people.
Right. Not at all.
And I love to hear stories of hardship and how you overcame and people overcame, because sometimes someone that's watching this broadcast, right, can say, yo, she helped me.
Right.
So, all right, we can take a break now.
After you said all of that. All right. So don't change your channel. We will be right back.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Every issue that you care about.
Every issue that I care about.
And every issue that affects our daily lives is impacted by one simple action:
a vote. As the Delaware Voting Rights Coalition,
we stand ready to protect and expand access to voting.
Because our communities deserve a democracy that works for all of us.
Learn more and join us at aclu-de.org/DVRC.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
Welcome back to the Congo Hour. I hope that you are enjoying the show with me and my co-host, Big I from DETV. Before I go into the community announcements and birthdays, because this is the Congo Hour, I want to encourage those that are watching, and this is something else that years ago families didn't talk about, is pre-planning your funeral. It was like...
Very important.
Yeah, so it's definitely important. So if you or you have a loved one that would like to pre-plan their funeral, it doesn't have to be anything that is like, you know, kind of down. It can be something fun and exciting. I don't want to say fun, but you make it how you want your service to be. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So it can be I like celebrations rather than funerals.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
So,
right.
If you or someone that you know would like to pre-plan a celebration of life, please give Kim Congo a call at the funeral home at 302-652-8887. Once again, the number is 302-652-8887. And please make sure you tell her that Waynna sent you, okay? All right. So, Ivan, there's like so many things coming up on the horizon here in the city of Wilmington.
Let me ask you this. Have you seen, like even like before COVID, like the growth of the city of Wilmington?
Yes.
Like it's always something to do now.
It is.
Right? And so now what I see more is it's a lot of stuff for us to do.
Yes.
Now, and I'm super happy and excited with that.
Yeah.
And I know you have a whole list.
My first announcement is our friend Mark Reed.
Yes.
He is a part of Best Buddies Friendship Walk in Delaware.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's going to be Saturday, May the 6th, and it's going to be held at Frawley Stadium. Check-in is at 9 a.m. The open ceremonies is at 10 a.m. The walk is at 10:15 a.m. and they said celebrate until 12 p.m. But what Trippy and I are asking you to do is please, we want Mark to raise the most monies out of all of his buddies. So we're going to have the information up on the screen for you to go to the website and donate monies for Mark, and they'll go directly towards Mark's fundraiser, which I'm so excited about.
And Mark is a super fan.
What?
Like, he's a super fan.
Yes, he
Like,
is.
I remember one day you was here, he called you about 20 times. He is a super, and you had him on too.
Yes.
He's a super fan of the Congo Hour.
Yes.
So it's how they say it in church, Waynna. Don't let it be any harm, or make sure you donate. We like the cash that jingle, but we like the one that fold better.
See, I ain't go to them churches. What?
You never heard a pastor say that? My bad. Okay. Sorry,
meaning they want dollars.
They want
not
dollars.
change.
We like the money that jingle, but we prefer the money that fold. I got some stuff for you from churches.
I do too, but I ain't never heard that one. That's a good one.
And that was during offering time.
Right. I figured that much.
But no, Mark's a super fan. So
is.
make sure you go out and you donate.
Yes.
And just $1, $2, $10, $15, $20. $200.
1,000,
Right. I was starting off slow. It's y'all show.
What?
Give $1,000.
Mark deserves whatever
right.
amount that you can give. So no amount is too small or too large. It's going to a great cause, and it's for our #1 fan. So yeah. So yeah, and then Priest Ty Air Productions is having a stage play at the Grand. It's called The Entanglement, and it's going to be Saturday, May the 13th at 8 p.m. and Sunday, May the 14th at 5 p.m. Tickets range from $50 to $65, and you have to get your tickets directly from the Grand. And you can give them a call at 302-652-5577, or you can go on their website and purchase your tickets. P.S. DuPont All-Class Reunion. You go to P.S.
No, I ain't
them,
gonna
them dynamiters, honey, they do not play.
At all.
At all.
They you can go anywhere and be like, Dynamiters in the house.
Right, and they there.
show up.
So yeah, they're doing an all-class reunion. This is June 23rd, 24th, and 25th. So mark your calendars.
Retreat.
What?
That's
I
a
know,
retreat.
that's
Not a
retreat.
class reunion.
Yes, well, they're the dynamiters. They gotta be dynamite about it. The cost is $150 per person, and you can pay in deposits. So for more information, you can give Arlene Beard a call at 302-442-5834. They have great things planned for that weekend. So if you are a dynamiter or know someone that is, please make sure you pass on that information.
Did you go to PS?
I didn't. I went to Paddle.
That's right, you went to Paddle. Yo, we should go and crash we should go crash it. You ever see Wedding Crashers?
Yes, I did.
We should go crash it and just be like,
but
yo.
they gonna know we don't belong.
I don't know.
Because they might have some kind of like fraternity hand sign or something that they do.
Somebody's not gonna show up. So we can just take their name tag and be like, boom, boom, bam. We in PS. We here.
We might do that.
And I'm always saying I want to go, right? Because they're having a 3-day class reunion.
Right.
Like, who does that? PS.
The dynamiters. Yeah, no. The only thing, I would just walk at PS track. That's all.
Right.
That's as much as I did at PS.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then on June the 4th, it's further out, but we want to make sure that you put it on your calendar. The Men of Simpson's 28th anniversary celebration will be held at Simpson United Methodist Church, which is 907 Centerville Road. And tickets are $10 in advance, more at the door. The event starts at 5 p.m. And for tickets, you can call Charles Smith at 302-559-8551. I think he's a dynamiter. And his wife and him were at the Congo's birthday celebration.
How was that? Let's talk about that when you finish.
Okay. They look like they're aging in reverse.
Get out. They got
fly. I was like, oh my gosh.
They got the Benjamin Button going
on. Yeah. So I love it. I love it.
You know what I want to see, Waynna?
What?
I want to see, and you might have to pull some strings to get this done. Remember back in the day, they used to have gospel concerts.
Yes.
I want to see one. I haven't been to a gospel concert in like 20 years.
Wayne Carter.
He's still, he's doing it.
He does them.
Oh my God, he was awesome back in the day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would love to see. Oh God, remember Wilmington, Chester, Mass? Are they still around?
I think they are. So I'm way back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I remember that was.
I love them.
We talk about Channel 28 way back when all the choirs used to be singing and hitting the little step and the mothers with the come on girl, talk to them.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had
but I was just reminiscing. Wilmington Chester Mass Choir was like
it. They were up there with like the Mississippi Mass and the Five Blind Boys from Alabama.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You remember.
Twin B, man. Twin B Brown.
Know, right.
On.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I would love to see a gospel concert. Probably at the new amphitheater. You know they built an amphitheater down there, right?
I heard that yesterday.
Yeah, I would love to see that on, like, even in Rodney Square, like a good Southern, like, gospel extravaganza.
Okay.
We might need to look into that.
I know the right person that can help us with that.
For real?
The best promoter in Delaware, yes. I know who he is. I'll call him.
Okay.
And
that would be mean. That would
yes.
That would be mean. Something good for the community.
Yes.
A gospel. Okay.
Yeah.
It's election time. We might have to do that. Okay.
Look.
What else you got, girl? What else you got? What else you got?
I have birthdays.
Okay.
I have birthdays. This is too funny. So we want to say happy belated birthday to Sharice Reeves and Lady Charmaine Lane and Dave Woolley, who celebrated their birthday on the 9th, along with Dorian Snyder. Her birthday was on the 9th. On the 11th was David Burnley and SWAT. What is SWAT's real name?
Did you go? Jamal Perkins.
Of course I did.
I didn't go. I didn't get an invite.
What's his real name?
Jamal Perkins.
Jamal Perkins.
Yeah.
Oh, I just know him by SWAT.
Right.
Oh, you didn't get an invite?
I didn't get an invite. I'm upset.
Yo.
I heard he had everybody there.
It was all of that.
Was it really? Where was it?
Food at their home.
It looked like it was a club.
They had a band, Suede Lace. Yo.
Was it like that?
What?
Half of DSU was there.
Yes. And you didn't get an invite?
I just don't invite. But SWAT's my man, though.
Okay.
Hey, maybe it got lost in the mail. You know?
Did you change your number?
I did.
Okay, that's why. That's why.
and,
SWAT, I got you. Tinkerbell, I got you. That's
right,
the story. We sticking with it.
Right.
They sent it to your old phone
my
number.
old phone.
That's what happened.
And what happened was,
right.
It was a T-Mobile, right? Okay, Tink. I ain't getting no. Next year. See you next year, Tink.
Right, next year. Okay, so back to the birthdays. Karen Gordon celebrated her birthday on the 12th. My dear friend Jim McDonald celebrated his birthday on the 13th, along with Pastor Sadie Brunson, and as well as Alexis, who we affectionately call Lexi Moore, and as well as Katrina Cooley Flagg. It's a lot of birthdays.
And what you know what makes this so great?
What?
Is you know every one of these people.
I know.
That is so beautiful.
I know. It is crazy. Jordan Robinson celebrated his birthday on the 14th, and President Tony Allen's birthday was on the 15th.
Yep.
So,
dang.
I need some water.
Yeah, we need
I need the Congo Hour mug.
Yes. Oh, that's what you're telling production? A Congo.
Yeah.
Okay. Congo.
Make it happen.
There you go. Some nice little
or maybe
spring
no.
water
I really want a nice
toddy
glass or something.
with a hot toddy in it, or just water.
Just water.
Okay. It's a family show.
Yo, you are funny.
Oh man. But there was a lot of birthdays, and that's what I was talking about in the first segment, is how important the Congo Hour is.
Yes.
Because it's not just a show, it's relationship.
Yes.
It's people that you know. And you sat here and you named about 15 people birthdays, and you know every one of them.
I do.
Come
yeah.
on, talk to
but
me.
I know there's gonna be a time when I don't know everybody.
Well, we ready to celebrate it now.
What?
That all-timer starts setting
Oh
in.
no. I'm talking about people gonna be sending in birthdays, and I might not know who they are.
True. But you've been knowing these people for 30 years. How long you been doing the Congo Hour?
Over 30-something years.
And every one of them, I bet you knew exactly who it was.
I did know, yeah, those I did.
Exactly.
Yes, I
See
did.
what I mean? I don't think it's gonna stop.
Okay.
Wayne. I don't think it's gonna stop.
We'll see. All right. So let's take another break.
Okay.
And we'll be right back.
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot. not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it. Met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects. You know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware. And now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
Welcome back to the Congo Hour. Ivan, thank you so very much for sitting in with me tonight.
It's been fun. It's been fun. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. I was just thinking about, I mean, you talked about we've known each other for like 30 years or something.
Yeah.
Do you remember like where we met or how we met?
I can tell you exactly where we met.
Gosh.
I have a memory like an elephant, right?
Okay, because I don't.
Chadwick Apartments, used to live right across the street from me.
Oh, you used to live in Chadwick Apartments?
Jeannie used to live right next door to you.
Yes.
Right? It was you and Donald. Donald used to walk around with his little ha-cha on.
Oh,
right?
And Bishop Morton lived right across from us.
Right across from you.
Yes.
I lived in 400E. You live right across, and then Mike Porter.
403C.
And then it was Kima, and then it was Mike Porter, the police officer.
You know what?
And I can tell you what everybody's car they was driving.
What kind of car did I have?
You had, I believe it was an Altima or no. Mike Porter had a blue Mustang because he used to always change it
Yes,
out.
I remember that.
Homegirl used to have a Jetta. Kima used to have a red Honda, burgundy Hyundai. You had, what did you have? Oh God, I can't remember that. I remember Hunter. I remember all of it.
So I do remember when Hunter was born, we had the big stork in the yard
Yes.
when I brought him home.
Yeah,
But,
yes.
Yeah. I don't remember what car I had at that particular time, but
we lived right across, my mother and I lived right across the street from you.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I thought you was going to say from South Bridge, because I was raised in Dunleavy. You was in South Bridge.
Yeah, nope, it was Chadwick Apartments.
That is so crazy.
Ran by the late Bobby Henderson. That was my man. Wasn't he awesome?
He was like my dad.
He was a cool cat. He was a cool dude.
I miss him so much.
He was cool. And
wait a minute, he worked, Mr. Henderson
was
one
officer.
of, not only that, yes, but he was one of the original workers with the funeral home.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Mr. Congo says that we used to, I say we because I wasn't there when they first opened, but I think we used one of his cars for our families. Yeah.
Mr. Henderson was cool. Do you remember, and going back and speaking about, you know, the golden days.
Right.
Do you remember at Brandywine Park and how everyone used to go to Brandywine Park and listen to Lady B on Sundays?
Yes, I do remember that. I
Oh
do
my
remember
God.
that. I do remember that. But I also remember everybody hanging out on Market Street from 20th and Market,
all the way down to Rashes.
all the way down to 30th and Market.
30th and Market.
Yes.
There is a video circulating on a Facebook page called Northside for Life.
Okay.
And they have a video from back then.
Oh, I'm
when
gonna
the
have to
cop
go check
cars
it
were
out.
square. Yo, I'm telling you, when you get a chance, Northside for Life has the video.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Amazing
I'm
to
gonna
see
check it out.
people.
I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Do you remember the softball games they used to have in Riverside, Southbridge, L7, like all the softball leagues?
No.
All right, if you're watching at home, write down write in the comments what you remember back then. I remember Booger Bears. I remember Snows from Southbridge. Do you remember Snows from Southbridge? You get the best boogie burger. They used to call it a boogie burger, right?
No.
The best wings.
I don't remember any of that. I remember Ellesmere Skating Rink.
You remember Ellesmere Skating Rink.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what I do remember.
What?
And I'm going to ask you to go find this picture. It was a picture of you and Tracy Brown, right, on top. Y'all was dressed alike with the red and black
I got that picture.
with the red and black
I got that
travel fox.
picture.
Remember on the Audi 5000?
Yes. I have that picture. That's a classic.
Yes.
But you know what? That was when the riot happened in Virginia Beach that year.
Was it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So although we enjoyed ourselves, it was like, it was a
What year was
crazy
that?
experience. I want to say around 87, 88.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Where were you at in 94?
94?
Did you ever go to Freaknik in 94? Because you know they got a documentary coming out and they got a lot of moms and aunties on the uproar. You wasn't there, were you?
Nope, I wasn't.
Okay,
it wasn't me.
That's all I wanted you to say.
I wasn't there.
That's all I wanted to hear.
No,
You wasn't there because that's some nostalgia you can't take back.
No.
So that drops when does it drop? 2024.
Oh,
on
wow.
Hulu. And they has
on Hulu.
On Hulu. A document. A straight documentary.
No, honestly, in 94, I wasn't there.
Good.
I was married and I was,
just say that. Yes.
I wasn't there. It wasn't
All right.
me.
Okay.
I promise you it wasn't
A
me.
lot of people, they it's going to open Pandora's box for a lot of people. But anywho, Wilmington back then, I remember it was a different place.
It was.
And a beautiful place at the same time.
Yeah.
What is your fondest memory of Wilmington back then?
I think spending time, particularly with my grandfather.
Oh, wow.
He had a station wagon, and Mr.
With the
Congo
panel
talks about,
on the side?
with the panel on the side.
Right.
Mr. Congo talks about my grandfather all the time. Like, he would take me anywhere I wanted to go. Me and my girlfriends would pile in the car. He would take us to the skating rink before we could drive, come back, pick us up.
Was that the station wagon that had the flip seat in the back?
Yup.
That if you crash, all y'all did. You know what I mean? That you're facing oncoming your demise.
Wait, you know what is too funny? Like, how did we get around? I know family trips, it was like maybe 10 of us in one car. Like, how do people fit in the cars?
Yo, we were determined.
Without
seatbelts. We were determined. I remember growing up because Trippy and the Congo family lived on 23rd. My grandma lived on 24th.
Okay.
And I remember those times. And my grandma had a station wagon too.
Okay.
So we all would pile in the station wagon. There was no such thing as putting your seatbelt on.
No.
It was sit in your seat.
Right.
And shut up.
Right.
And when we get to a store, don't ask for nothing. So I remember those times, man. And those were times that made us who we are today.
Yeah,
so
most definitely.
I'm super proud of it.
Yes.
Super proud of it.
Yeah.
Is it time to go?
It is, unfortunately. But Ivan, seriously, thank you so very much. I truly appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you too, Waynna.
Yeah.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
everything that you've been doing,
Aw.
that you're doing.
Thank
and
you.
I'm more proud to say I know a little bit more about you and how you overcame your depression and the health issue for you to be here today to sit here when we talk to me on the Congo Hour.
Yes.
So shout out to you and
thank you.
Shout out to God for making that possible.
Most definitely. Yes. Thank you. See ya.
My girl.